that Nick Bosa should be number one.
Yeah.
I think now he's not only the best rookie, he's one of the best defenders in all of football as a rookie. So he should be number one. But I have no problem with Gardner Minshew being in front of Kyler Murray.
Okay.
I mean, the dude has 13 touchdowns with 2 picks. He's 4-3 as a starter. I mean, Kyler Murray is 3-4-1. He has 7 pass touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 2 rush TDs, but he has 0 touchdowns in 4 of the last 5 games. Should there be even a debate there? I get it, Skip. You know, look, you don't get to be. It's not like the Lakers, Skip. The Lakers win the championship and they get to draft James Worthy number 1 overall. It's not like that in football. I mean, the New England Patriots doesn't win the Super Bowl and get to draft number 1 overall, Skip. So normally, if you were the number 1 overall pick, what do you expect? To go to a bad team. This is a bad team. And this is why I said, Skip, he's going to struggle because their offensive line is terrible. You don't leave the best offensive line and go to the worst offensive line and expect to have the same level of success. It's not like he's loaded with skill position players. David Johnson can't stay healthy. Now the running back that had the great game against the Giants, he's hurt. They traded for, I think, Drake. I think they Drake.
They did.
They traded for him. But Skip, they're a bad football team. And Kyler right now, he doesn't have the capabilities to overcome a bad offensive line and the lack of talent at the skill positions. So I have no problem with the rankings. Minshew should be. And right now, if they were to vote, if the vote was today, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Josh Jacobs or Minshew would win that award. Kyler Murray would not even get a vote.
Josh Jacobs has been outstanding than I thought he would, and he's in a perfect spot where John Gruden would love to just run it down your throat. That's what he does best.
Right.
So I got you on that. But this is, once again, where you and I part ways because I still say the quarterback position is far harder to play than edge rusher.
Yeah.
So edge rusher works because he's really working, but that line is loaded with top picks. So he's getting more single coverage than some would in another circumstance where you went to a really bad football team and you had 3 people blocking you at one time. I don't think 3 people are blocking him.
Right. He's a rookie, and it's like, okay, you got to take him one-on-one. He's a rookie.
He's a rookie. Listen, what Kyler Murray has done as a rookie quarterback in this league is extraordinary. And I give you Gardner Minshew. But Gardner Minshew's team, I think you would agree, is considerably better than Kyler's team.
Yes.
You said it. Kyler Murray is 3-4-1. Did I think they'd be 3-4-1 right now? I didn't. I feared it would be 0-8 right now because you look down that schedule and I think you thought, I don't know if they can win a game, right? So they tied Detroit on opening day at home. Was that good? Detroit's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So they did. And Kyler was pretty good that day. And then he goes to Baltimore in his second start and first road start. And he played them straight up even. It went down to the wire. It was 23-17. He threw for 349 that day, but he took the L. So then they lost to Carolina. And Carolina's got a good defense, and it was hard on him that day. But he played like a rookie. He played really like a rookie against Seattle, but almost got them back in that game. Then here he comes. And he goes to Cincinnati and wins, and he beats a bad Atlanta team, but he still beat them. And then he went up and won at the Giants. These are not highly impressive wins until you think, he doesn't have much help. He's throwing to Larry Fitz, who's on his, sort of, so to speak, last legs, right?
He on that scooter in Mexico.
Okay, he's going there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what they can't protect him, and yet he doesn't turn the ball over and keeps them afloat in almost every game. At New Orleans, he actually played pretty well, and I've told you, for a young quarterback especially, that's the hardest building to play in against that defense. It's so quick and fast with such a hellacious pass rush. It's hard to survive there, and he threw for 220. He did not turn the ball over. So what does Pro Football Focus say about Kyler? He has the second lowest percentage of turnover-worthy plays in the whole NFL. Well, for a rookie, as it says here, that's an impressive feat. When you give him, you also have to give him props for what he doesn't do. Right? But he does not turn the ball over.
But in order to get touchdown, Skip, sometimes you're going to have to put the ball in harm's way. So that tells me that he's been either they're calling plays cautiously or he's being overprotective of the football, which means, Skip, you got to throw the football down the field, you got to put it in harm's way. You got to.
But again, with this team and that line and that subpar group of receivers, what are you going to do? And the running backs are both hurt now, and they had to trade for another one.
But the thing is, Skip, their defense is not good enough to lock you down, and you win a 10-7 ball game, a 13-10 ball game. They're not that good, so you got to score points.
Man, I honor the fact that he is not coming completely apart.
No.
We see most of them just come apart, right? Daniel Jones, what's been his problem? He starts to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And usually all the young star quarterbacks, their first year, they just turn it over like madmen, right?
Right.
Okay, well, he's not. So to me, he's had the best rookie year. Given the degree of difficulty, how can you not love what he's doing?
Skip, I mean, what am I supposed, 7 touchdowns with 4 interceptions? Almost doubled him up with 2 fewer INTs.
He is top 10 in QBR, Kyler Murray. He is 9th in QBR. That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
For a first-year guy with little to no help because he was the first pick in the draft to a bad team?
Right.
Really?
Garner Minshew.
Okay. But what about, is his coach a quote-unquote liability? Maybe a little bit because his coach has never coached in the NFL and lost his job coaching in college football because he went 26
Now,
and 30.
I would give you that if that was Freddie K. But Cliff Kingsbury has been a head coach for like 6 years. So he understands the ins and outs, the intricacies of being a head coach.
In Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah, but that's what you still got to set schedules.
Yeah.
So he's used to setting schedules and when we're going to leave and meeting times. Where the other guy had no idea.
But think about the target painted on Kyler's back because his head coach is known as one of those college sort of run and shoot guys, right?
Yeah.
So he's bringing his, newfangled, high-octane college offense in. How many defensive players have said, we're going to show Cliff Kingsbury how his offense works at this level? Am I right?
Skip, I just think he hasn't been great. He's been up and down. And I think Gardner Minshew...
I don't think he's been down. He's been up occasionally, and then he's just been ordinary, which is still pretty good.
He has 0 touchdown passes in 4 of his last 5 games.
Okay. I think touchdown passes are overrated. Do they score points and win games?
Yeah, that's how you get them quick.
Okay, well, they just won 3 in a row. As a rookie quarterback on the worst, what we thought was going to be the worst team in pro football, he won 3 straight games. You don't think that makes you the...
No, we already knew Miami was going to be the worst because they got the number 1 pick and they traded for the guy that helped them get the number 1 pick. Josh Rosen. So we knew that, and Fitzpatrick, you already know how that's going to turn out.
Okay. Has Josh Jacobs changed life in Oakland?
No.
No.
But I mean, they had some opportunity to win some games. They were in that game last week was theirs for the taking. And Deshaun Watson just was Deshaun Watson, and you know what happened, Skip. But I just think, look, I'm not saying that with some help, but I fault them because you know you need offensive line help, and you don't select an offensive lineman, I don't think, till the 4th or the 5th round. But you go out and get these shiny new toys. You draft the receivers and DBs. You better get that guy, somebody's going to protect the guy. That's the money. That's $34 million right there. And you got cashiers, you ain't got no security guard.
Okay, so tonight, that guy, number 97, is going to get unleashed on that little guy, right?
Yep.
And it's going to be probably a long night for Kyler, but I will bet you at home on national TV, I will bet you he'll keep them in the game.
You do?
Yep, they're 10-point, San Francisco by 10.
Okay.
Niners covering.
Yeah?
I'm
you think
looking
so?
forward to it.
Easily?
They're covering.
Yeah.
They're going to get after him, Skip. That defense is for real.